Okay, hello guys again. I am Gladstone Similani. I am one of the mentors in the Digital Geekaship. My focus now, I'll be focusing on you guys on why is the Digital Geekaship the right education for you guys to actually cater and make it as a choice for you. Not going any further, I want to continue and say much more, and I'll actually bring up the most information that is going to excite you guys, because I'll be giving you everything that I have experienced throughout the system, and I'll experience that the career itself has become a better place for me in terms of learning. And not going any further, I want to introduce myself in a rightful way and in the Digital Geekaship, whereby I'll be telling you guys who am I within the Digital Geekaship and how have I actually become what I am within the Digital Geekaship. And looking at it in a further way, what am I? I am actually, my name is Gladstone Similani. I will repeat that again so that you can get it right into your heads. I'm actually a graduate within the Digital Geekaship. Not going any further on that, I am also want to give you the experience on why is actually Digital Geekaship the best choice that you can take as a person, and how is it going to help you in terms of how is it going to help you in terms of your career path. And not going any further, I'll also actually give you the information on why did I chose the software development as a career and how it actually helped me in a way to actually choose the right career for myself, and also choosing the career that's going to be a solid state for me in terms of a long-term run. And also looking at it, I have already now told you guys who am I and why am I here and how am I going to actually help you guys. And going any further, I want to give you the vision again that we're actually focusing on in our Digital Geekaship. Our vision is actually enhanced to actually encourage you guys to bring the software development cycle to be in Africa. And why am I saying this? By just reading it itself, it's actually self-explanatory in terms of why we actually bring in Africa. We bring in Africa because we want to upskill you guys to become the best developers in the industry, and you want to become the best person whereby when you are sitting with the person who's a senior, you will be able to be competitive with that person because you have the knowledge that is within the Digital Geekaship that we're going to be catering with you guys. And continuing from there, I want to tell you guys, why did I choose software development as a career? The reasons why I chose it as a career is that it actually ignited me that much in such a way that actually by just reading through it, you will see that technology is actually changing the world in every place that we go. And in that terms, what does it mean? You're using Facebook, you're using Instagram, you're using all these technologies, but you don't know where does it actually it comes from. And in this case, we're actually going to help you guys to actually get to understand why is this applications and all this able to actually help you guys to communicate better. And that's one of the reasons why I chose the software development. And also looking at it, why do I actually like it that much? I enjoy creating web applications and developing a career, developing software development applications that are actually going to help you guys to build something that's going to change the world. And how is it going to change the world? It's going to change the world because you're going to become a software developer. That's number one. Number two, you're going to also have a career path which is going to be solid. And why am I saying it's going to be solid? Technology itself is it's actually growing up. Looking at it, you used to go to any place and you used to find someone helping you to build to actually process your information. But now you actually can do it anywhere you are. Have you ever asked yourself, why is that possible? That's where that idea comes in, where we can say you enjoy working with other bright people, because that's where you get to understand the most information, where actually why people are being creative, why people are creating such information that is actually helping you guys in terms of building applications, building web applications, also building mobiles. Playing games is also one of the best things we actually do. We build games for everyone that you can actually develop on, and you can actually even be able to develop your own applications in that terms. And how good is that? You can never go wrong on that, because at the end of the day, you're going to have a very, very nice, solid career path. And by having that nice career path, it's going to actually improve you in many ways. How is it going to improve you in many ways? A company will want you. That's number one. Number two, any person will want to work with you. And if any person wants to work with you, that means the Digital Geekaship has helped you that much, because we're going to push you within the space of a small period of time to keep you to the best level, which is the industry level. And simply by not looking at it far, you're actually going to have it as plain and simple. It's a nice career path, and it's very cool. Software development, it's a cool career path to go for. Yes, it's stressy, but it's cool. You can enjoy it. And continuing from there, I want to give you guys a very small background of why the Digital Geekaship helped me in becoming who I was before, and and afterwards how I became. Looking at it in a very small term, I was also one of the youngest guys who actually was in the Digital Geekaship. I didn't actually know anything after my career, after finishing my matric. I didn't know what to do, how am I going to actually implement going to varsity, and having all these ideas. And every person, in the peer pressure was actually high in that time, because you didn't know much, because people were impressive with their career choices. You wanted to actually fall under their path. And not looking at it further, I joined the Digital. One of my friends actually helped me to join the Digital Geekaship. He told me that there's a career program that you can take, which is the Digital Geekaship, where it actually helped me, where I actually got to be exposed in so many technologies in terms of learning what software development is itself, or how is software development involved in IT itself, and also looking at it. I also became a very small guy in the industry. I was the youngest, to be saying the truth, and being the youngest, it actually helped me to improve on what I was, because that's where I got to learn how to develop, and where actually code ethics became more important in my life. And not looking at in a very short space of time, I was absorbed within the InfoWare Studio company, which is also part of the Digital Geekaship program, whereby I actually became a junior software engineer, whereby in a very short space of time, which is very, very, very lightning for me, because I wasn't aware that I was going to become a software engineer in a very short space of time. All I knew was that I needed to go to varsity to do a huge career and sit there for the next 3 years, only to find that they're going to teach me something that I can learn in months. And the Digital Geekaship actually was one of the best ideas I actually chose to be. And looking at it, why you can actually think about it. You have worked you actually worked so hard in 4 years' time. You actually went to varsity. You get your career, you get your degree in hand, you get your national diploma in hand. But you actually, let me tell you the truth, it's not actually enough to actually become a software developer. Whatever you do, it does not actually help you that much. They will give you the basics, but they won't actually give you what we actually expect you to have in the industry level. So that's why I'm actually giving you a very small statement on that. Looking at it, it will help you to actually improve once you have joined the Digital Geekaships. And one of the reasons why I'm saying this, my experience within the Digital Geekaship, I actually want to tell you what I actually experienced within it. I experienced that while I was actually within the program, I learned to actually break my shell. What do I mean actually learn how to break my shell? I was shy before. I couldn't speak in front of people. I couldn't have that energy to actually develop anything or have something to be, or I own it, in other words. But within the Digital Geekaship, I learned to become out of my shell. I actually broke the shell. I was an egg, but now I'm a small chick, which is I'm a small chick, which is actually the junior software engineers. And looking at it further, I actually my code ethics. What is code ethics? Code ethics is actually standards that we actually use to build softwares, to build applications. I actually got to learn more on that. That's one of my experience that I actually involved myself within while I was having good mentors. And my researching skills. My researching skills have become one of my #1 tools. Why am I saying this? In IT, no one is actually going to come here as a lecturer and say, you know what, you're doing this wrong. You have to do this. You have to have the energy, have the passion of it. know that you want to do this, and to solve it, you have to have good researching skills. And one of the things that I've learned in the Digital Geekaship was the researching skills. I have learned so much in that. I know now that we have to do based on what you are capable of, and that's your creativity. That's where your creativity is now explored. And looking at it further, my collaboration with the team. My collaboration with the team became very huge because now I was able to engage with people. I was able to engage with clients. And in terms of engaging with clients, clients is not just a person who's going to sit there and say, okay, I understand that you don't know much. He wants to know facts. He wants to see that you can do this. And that's where your researching skills become a huge role in you. And by looking at it, you actually are transformed because you learn more in terms of becoming a software developer. You learn more because every day softwares are being developed. That means the programming languages we use are also implemented, and they are also improved every day. So your collaboration with the teammates is going to become a very huge involvement in the IT field. And continuing further, this is just a small demonstration what we actually look at and why we actually why we actually go in hand and not have excuses of building any softwares, because with just following this cycle, you actually see that your creativity is beyond what you actually think. Because anything that you write down, anything that is visual to you, any person can see it even in a better way, because you actually learn to become, you will learn to improve on that. And by actually having it in hand, it's actually going to be even much better for you guys to actually develop on that. And this is just a demonstration of what we actually do as a Digital Geekaship, guys. And continuing from there, these are the menu. This is the menu that we are catering to offer you guys. Why are we offering to give you this menu? This is the menu that actually, that's actually gonna give you the solid foundation of software development. Why am I saying this? Almost all applications, almost all companies use these languages to actually build softwares, build powerful softwares, build powerful AIs that's going to help you, that's going to be automated on itself, that's going to actually require minimum inputs on humans to improve on that. And looking at it, C#, that's where I'm going to be helping you guys, because that's my sector where I'm going to be helping, mentoring you guys, having the information that's going to be giving you guys what we really focus on in C#, the basics, and going from there, we're going to the intermediate, and then from there, we're giving you the full package, which is the full stack. And the JavaScript is actually, it's going to help you to actually also learn to actually work in open source applications, where you're actually going to be breathing now, because Java does not limit you. It just gives you what you want, and it's going to actually help you on that. That does not go on alone. It goes with Java itself. Wherever there is JavaScript, there is always Java. So you need to know these two work hand in hand. If I was you, I was going to choose both of them, because it's going to help you much, and it's going to help you a lot. And continuing from there, what is the Digital Geekaship different from other schools, technical schools? How is it different? Number one, we're looking at it. The Digital Geekaship is going to push you to an edge. Why am I saying this? It's going to push you to the edge where you will feel like quitting. But because you're passionate about this, you're going to sit because you want to become a software developer. Another key which I'm going to tell you about, the Digital Geekaship is going to actually help you build Agile. We actually don't work in waterfall models anymore. We work on Agile. What is Agile? Agile is an incremental approach that we use to build softwares, because we improve that software each and every day. We don't sit and say, because our software is good enough, it does not need to be changed. Agile, that's where it comes in and actually helps you to become, as a person where you actually, as I can say, you're actually a work person. You wake up every day, but you always have a plan of what you're going to do. But in the course of the day, you change the ideas and you no longer do what you're supposed to do. That's what Agile does. That's a simple way to explain Agile. And looking at it, your skills are going to be embedded in you. What am I saying? Your skills are going to be embedded in you. You will work with any company. Any company will want to work with you. Because with these skills, we're going to help you to acquire. You're going to be acquiring within the Digital Geekaship. It's going to help you because you're going to be a need. You're going to be an asset within a business. You can create your own business, and you're going to be an asset within companies, because companies want the software developers. If you can look at career, you can look at any career site, you will see software developer is number one. They always want software developers. And that's where you come in, because the skills we're going to give you are going to be much important. And going further, the Digital Geekaship is going to help you to, it's going to teach you to code and become a qualified software developer in a short space of time. Is that possible? It is possible. Why am I saying that? Because if you can dedicate your time every day and come and join us and teach, and we will teach you what we don't, you will teach you what you don't know. And we're not going to be just teaching you what you don't know. We're going to push you to the limits of an industry level. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because industry, it needs people with experience. We are going to give you that experience within a short space of time, because we know what the companies want and we know what to serve you with. And not looking any further, that actually points at what the, it actually points at my next point, which is actually saying why we actually, it actually points on it, which companies will want what you want. What does that mean? It actually means that you are going to be a solution provider. The company will want to listen to you. It's so nice to hear someone who wants to listen to you and have that idea and say, wow, I want to implement what you're actually saying. And that's where your skills are actually also embedded in you. And continuing any further, software becomes alive. What do we mean software becomes alive? You build something that is going to be a very tool to someone you won't be able to live without. Can you tell me, can you live without your Facebook? Can you live without your Instagram? It has been, actually you can, but because it has become so much tool that it actually improves you in every day, it has become part of your life. That's why I say your software becomes alive. And continuing from there, we work with other bright and motivate others. What does that mean? Your creativity is now pushed to a limit where your shell breaks that much, and that's where you actually start noticing that speaking with other people, it's actually going to be a very good idea for you, because you're going to learn to improve on that. And by saying that, you're going to learn to become creative. You're going to learn to become a hard worker. You're going to learn to become a determined person. And that's what you're going to be when I'm saying you're going to share your passion with other software developers. Continue from there, how is the Digital Geekaship going to help you? The first point, it's actually very straightforward. Why is it going to help you? Your code is going to improve, because that's the main goal. That's the main goal to become a software developer. You have to learn how to code. If you can't code, then you're in the wrong path, because this is what we actually focus on. We focus on coding. And the next point, you will learn to build web and mobile applications. What am I saying? Anything that you go and download on your iStore, you download on your Play Store, that's developed by someone. And that's where you're going to learn to actually build your own, and actually having to install it on there and selling it, and you're going to make big bucks out of it. And continuing from there, software development is going to become a career path. Why am I saying it's going to become a career path? With the skills that you're going to acquire from the Digital Geekaship, it's not going to be skills that's going to be just for playing around with the software, software, building software and not improving it. You're actually going to create something that's going to be a part of a journey of a human cycle. But why am I saying that? Because by doing so, you'll be able to create your own business. You'll be able to create your own company. Who knows? Maybe you might become the next Bill Gates. We never know. But it's actually going to become the huge part of your life. When I actually say your software, your career path is going to be solid. And not going any further, looking at it, understanding computers. You're going to understand how computers engage with each other. You understand, why am I here, but I'm able to communicate with someone who's overseas, and I'm able to stream a video which is online. How is that possible? You actually get to understand that. And not going any further, and you become a software, you become a solution provider. Becoming a solution provider is not easy, guys, to be honest with you. Because you need to have the right skills, you need to have the right words to use to actually build a solution out of it. Yes, you need to take input from people, but the right information that must come out of your mouth must come with the research that you have acquired within the Digital Geekaship. And that's what we're going to help you on. And continuing from there, there's that big question we always have. How do I start? And it's very simple. You need to just register with us today. And from there, when you register with us, you're going to actually be part of the next software developers, because that's where your journey starts. You start by telling us what you want to be, and we're going to give you what you want to be. And the next thing that's going to happen is tell a friend to tell a friend. What does that mean? It's a simple way to say it, but it actually means a lot. If you get this information and you get the skills, don't you want your friend to also be part of it? You should, because that's what we need, and that's what you need, because that's how we're actually going to sell it to you, to sell it to another person, because we are guaranteed to give you the information that you don't know. And out of all that, do you have any questions?